Hi. All right. So I know I said I wasn't going to get this out to you for a while, but the minute you purchased it, Eric came through. And I keep hearing him in my head, will you please do her first? Will you please do her first? Will you please do her first? And you've got a song. So uh, don't stop believing. And you probably can't hear it in the background, but that's what I'm listening to. The song came in my head as soon as he came into my head. So I do hear things. Sometimes I do hear spirits, not always. Also the itchies, that is how I know. So I keep myself pretty blocked to random spirits. There's just too many. So that's just my guards that I have up. I have them blocked. So it's not that I haven't connected with Eric. It's that I've just kind of had him blocked off. I can't hear too many spirits at once. It's too much for me. So that's why the minute you booked the reading, he started coming through at full force. I had to do yours first because at this point, he's coming through so strongly, it would have affected the other reading. So Eric is definitely coming through and Eric is definitely here. So let's see what Eric has to say. I'm going to start with Talking to Heaven. This is a really good mediumship deck. It's a good one to give us a base of what your person is thinking. When I shuffle the cards, as you can see, they're already starting to fly out. That's what I'm looking for. It's energy. So it lets me know that this is the right energy, that this is the energy your person needs you to hear. It's up to you. Trust your intuition. What does your intuition make you feel? When you feel it, that's how you know to believe it, because you feel it. He has a lot to say. There's definitely a lot here. Stuff that you've been needing to hear. There's definitely a lot here. Whenever the cards hit the floor, you pick those up. Those are your cards. All right, I'm going to get them in order, and then we're going to talk about them. All right, so this is specifically from Eric. What does he need you to know? I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. He loves you. He's never stopped loving you. He always loved you. And he wishes he would have said it more. So he didn't say it enough. There's definitely a big feeling of regret already surrounding this reading. And I'm sure your intuition knows what that's about. Your person says, oh, I apologize. Let me turn that off. It's so crazy. I actually have my phone on silence and it still rings. All right, let's get back to this. So Eric says, I have a new understanding. So there are specifically things that he did not get in this life. Like he didn't get them. That's what I hear. Like he didn't understand them. He just didn't get it. He just didn't get it. And he gets it now. Things that you feel like were left unsaid, you have now said to him in spirit form. He does understand. He is listening to you and he knows. So trust that. Believe what you feel. This is something you've been wondering about. He says, I have become your spirit guide. So that was his soul's journey. He was only allowed to experience life for the time that he got. And his soul is still learning. He's still experiencing this connection with you. And he is experiencing that as your spirit guide. So what that means is he is coming to you. He is pointing you in the right direction. So believe in the signs that you're seeing. Believe in what he's been saying in your dreams. So we've been together in dreams. So he has been coming to you. You have been feeling him and seeing him. And this is your truth. It's real. You're connecting with him. Specifically, lavender fields is going to be a sign. He says that you need to go take a bath in lavender and maybe even get some candles. The smell of it should be very soothing. That's something he's telling me, that he's connecting with you through smells. What have you been smelling? What, you've got some sort of scent that reminds you of him. And he wants you to know that when you smell that, it really truly is him, that he is with you. And yeah, that song, Don't Stop Believing. I just keep hearing it in my head. Don't stop believing. So that's your song, Don't Stop Believing. And you're going to smell him. You're going to smell his presence. Pay attention to your signs. All right. So he says, you have nothing to feel guilty about. You have absolutely nothing to feel guilty about. It's not your fault. Nothing could have been changed. That was his soul's purpose. He had to go through that. He had to experience what he experienced in this life because that was his lessons to learn. He's telling me that's your lesson as well, that you learned something from the situation, that it didn't happen to make you learn it, but you learned it. So you learned something from this situation. And that's your soul connecting as well. That is your soul learning its lessons. He says, we are so connected. Trust it and believe it. You guys are connected. He feels you. He feels your presence just as you're feeling his presence. When you think about him, you are attracting his soul energy to you. That's how you know. That's how you know it's him, because you feel it. He says he's been giving you spirit hugs. So spirit hugs feel like the wind. He says for you that they feel like butterfly kisses. Maybe that was something that you guys did. Butterfly kisses are the eyelashes. So they're like if you don't know, I get the feeling you obviously know, but that's what he says. He says they're butterfly kisses. So your spirit hugs feel like butterfly kisses. I've also told people that they feel like the wind or goosebumps or chills. But specifically for you, he says he contacts you that way. So signs, recap a little bit. You have lavender, the smell of lavender. You have dreams. He is showing up to you in your dreams, and you need to trust it and believe it, because that really truly is him. You have the song also. Don't Stop Believing. That's your song. So you'll want to go back and listen to it. He also says, if I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. This is my card that shows up with suicides. This is a heavy regret. His regret was instant. He didn't mean it. He definitely didn't mean it. And there's a lot of regret here. This whole, the just energy that I feel is heavy regret. He understands now. His soul learned the lessons that it needed to learn. And he says that I feel healthy and happy now. So he struggled with mental illness. That was something that he said something about a trauma. There was some sort of trauma. He went through something that was traumatic, and it was at a young age, and that's what he can't get over. So specifically, these 4 cards, so I just want to show you. You have nothing to feel guilty about. I have a new understanding. I feel healthy and happy, and I would have lived differently, and that your person has regrets. So specifically, when all of those cards come up together, that's how I know that your person suffered from mental illness. And in the end, they succumbed to it. He says it wasn't his fault. You probably know what that means. I think you and I have had some conversations about chemicals. That's real. Science is real. He didn't mean it. So the connection from his spirit says that he feels guilty and he didn't mean it. But take comfort in the fact that his spirit learned the lessons that it needed to learn. That was why he came here. That was his sole purpose, was to learn his lessons. He says, I am just a thought away. So he's with you. When you think about him, you're attracting his spirit to you. So trust it and believe it, because he is with you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. That's what he needs you to know. Please, please forgive him. He says there's nothing to forgive you for. He offers forgiveness to you, but he says there's nothing to forgive you for. And he's asking for forgiveness. He's very sorry. All right, I'm gonna pull a couple spirit messages. These are going to be his words, like what he would actually say to you and what he needs to say to you. All right, Eric, what do you need to say? Let's see. There we go. All right. I'm sending you a big hug. Spirit hugs, butterfly kisses. That's what it feels like. He's sending you those spirit hugs. We will be together again. So trust that you will connect together again. You will be connected through spirit. When you die, you will be with him again. So just trust that. I am at peace, and I would like you to find peace. His spirit is at peace, and he needs you to find that peace too. And I am with you when you cry. So specifically, you have been crying. You have been emotional. You have felt his presence. And this is just him telling you, yeah, you did. You felt his presence because he's with you. So trust it and believe it. I hope this helps. Definitely go back, rewatch it. You're going to want to write down all your signs because you're going to start seeing them. Definitely start with listening to the song Don't Stop Believing. He's really showing up heavily in that song for you. The dreams, lavender, your smells. Pay attention to the smells. That's coming up pretty big here too. All right. That's all I got for you. I hope this helps.